We now move over to the Indo-Pacific, where South Korea's snap presidential election is underway, triggered by months of political turmoil and a failed attempt by former President Yoon to impose martial law. Three major candidates, Lee Jae-myung, Kim Moon-soo and Lee Jun-seok, cast their ballots early today. Let's listen in to what the three leading candidates at the election had to say.
참여하셔서 이 잘못된 결과를 빚어낸 내란 세력에 대해서 엄중하게 강력하게 심판해 주시기를 바랍니다.
만약 안 해버리면 전체 투표율이 낮아지기 때문에 상당히 문제가 있고 우리가 불리해지기 때문에 일단은 제가 먼저 투표를 한 겁니다.
정치 교체, 세대 교체, 시대 교체를 이뤄내겠다는 마음으로 선거에 임하고 있습니다.
The Election Commission says over 3 million people, about 7% of all eligible voters, turned out by 11 a.m. local time, marking a record high for this stage. Candidates from both sides of the political spectrum, Liberal and Conservative, have urged citizens to vote, calling it a crucial time to stabilise the country. South Korea's 44 million voters, have 2 days of early voting, wrapping up on the 30th of May before the final ballot on June the 3rd. We're now joined by Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who's a journalist at the Korea Herald, and he's located in the South Korean capital. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Kumar. How important is this election in South Korea's history? We've obviously seen, as many put it, a political crisis in South Korea currently. How important is this election to the people and to the country's future?
Almost now we can see that the whole Koreans, entire Koreans are looking united to select a new government, and the mandate is going to be very likely against the political turmoil that happened due to the martial law and the political crisis that happened. So people here, the mandate here is very clear, and it is really affecting the conservative side a lot, because Lee Jae-myung from the Democratic Party, he is like front runner, you can say that, and the mood is very much towards the Democratic Party. So we can say that the mandate cutting across different age groups and gender, now they are coming towards the Democratic Party. So the mood is here like that, and until half an hour ago, I think it was 17.51% early voting already has been done, and we are seeing also in Korea a surge in the political mood and interest in the election. Yeah, so we can say that people are not very happy with the conservative side after a few presidential debates too. So this is a clear message. Of course, it is going to be challenging for the newly elected, newly incumbent president also. Although it is, we cannot say the results, but it is challenging for the next president also to address the economic issues, then this Trump's tariff issues, and there are some, like Korea's declining birth rate, and you have to,
yes, of course,
they have to revive the economy. So these all challenges are there, and on the other side, there are some security aspects always in the Korean Peninsula because of the North Korean threat always. So it is not going to be an easy period for the next president as well, because the political polarization has happened here as well. And no matter people were not happy with President Yoon, but they are not ready to accept any kind of passive economic policy or the security policy under the new administration. So we have to see.
Yes, Dr. Kumar, obviously during the impeachment trial of Yoon Suk-yeol, we saw mass protests on each side, both supporting and both against the president, Yoon Suk-yeol, as we've discussed previously. how divided is South Korean political society? Do you see this election as a sort of reset, or is it deepening existing divides?
There is that divide still exists, in Korea because of the Gyeongsang-do and Honam, they call it. Like there had been a regional political divide, but that divide is still visible, and we will see because it is early voting right now. So we will see after June 3 when the main elections will be finished, and we can see the results. There is a divide, but that divide has not been, like this year, we can say that this divide is not going to play a key role because the candidates who are in the center, they have not been able to galvanize the vote on the basis of region or gender. So this has been, this has been the situation. Earlier, elections, the regional divide as well as gender divide, like a slight gender divide as well as generational divide was clearly visible. This time, I think generational divide would be there, of course, but it is not going to affect like the way it did in earlier elections in Korea. So that is the reason why in Korea the election is looking very one-sided, we can say, because people from the conservative side, they of course they are going to vote to their favorite candidate, but they are not very active. When the political mood is galvanized, it really matters when you have moral grounds to vote in someone's support actively. So this is not visible this time in the conservative side. Still, we have to see a couple of days. We may see like that polarization may help the conservative side as well, but it is not going to be decisive according to the reports, the surveys, and as well as the people that we are talking to. Yeah.
Dr. Sanjay Kumar, pleasure having you on the program. Thank you for your insight. We now move